Hello, Appalachian Living. So I've been going back and forth on whether or not to show you all this video because it's a long, drawn out, messy process. But I thought, you know what? Let me show y'all what we're doing. So we are canning old-fashioned tomato soup. It's nothing fancy. So how you begin is we got our tomatoes from Darnell Farms because mine still aren't coming in. So in order to take the skin off, you know, of course we wash them, score or put an X on here on the tomato. Then I put it in boiling water. And then once I see that the peel's starting to come off, which is about a minute, I take it out of the boiling water and I go and I put it in an ice bath. So your tomato peels should quite literally just come off. So we're going to peel off the tomato peels. And also, I want y'all to know, I do not have a food mill. So when I say old-fashioned, yeah, this is the old-fashioned way. My daughter loves this recipe. So I'm going to take and core it. You can use, I bet you could use an apple core. I don't know. I'm just using an old paring knife. And then cutting it. And then Audrey is removing the seeds and stuff, so let me show you what she's doing. Alright, so Audrey over here is removing the seeds, and then she's putting them in this bowl. From the bowl, we put them inside our little old roasting pan. And then I'm going to add in some chopped onions and some chopped celery once we get this going. But right now, just have it at 200 degrees. If you don't have one of these turkey roasting pans or whatever they're called, you can put them in a pot. We do it all the time. Alright, we are back. So I'm going to stir it up. Audrey's still taking seeds out for us. And what I have here, I'll show you, is I've got about 3 yellow onions. They look like that. Cut up, and then I have a bunch of celery. I've got the tops here and got it kind of roughly chopped, so we're going to add this in so it can all mix in together and get every last bit of it out. Now the real old-fashioned recipes, they actually don't call for celery, they just call for the onion part. So we're going to mix this up, and then we're going to keep adding the tomatoes to it. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm doing a bad job. Hold on. Here we go. So we're going to mix it up good. Keep adding the tomatoes, putting the lid on, and it's going to do its thing for several hours. We are simmering really good. I'm constantly stirring it so it doesn't get stuck to the sides. Now guys, if you have any dried or fresh basil you'd like to chop up and add to this, and some Cannon salt or regular salt, just please go ahead and add to your heart's desire. This is just an old-fashioned recipe that we keep simple, and it is delicious. So I have put it through a blender, and I've blended it up the best I could. Of course, you can tell I've got a few spots here. I'm just letting it kind of get reduced down, and then I'll put it through the blender again. Alright family, so we are ready to can, but guess what? After we put this through the blender a couple times, we didn't like the flavor. I know. So I wrote down everything that I did, excuse my handwriting, but now mind you guys, this is about 44 to 45 pounds of tomatoes from Darnell Farms. Let me show you which ones. This is what's left of that one box. So he had these on sale for $15 for, I think it's a 25-pound box. So we used all of one, and then what's left of this one. So to this, we added 5 teaspoons of celery salt, 3 teaspoons of salt, which is a tablespoon, 5 tablespoons of white sugar. I wish I had brown, but I had just run out of that. and 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Reason I use Italian seasoning is I didn't have just straight oregano or whatever, so I knew that the Italian seasoning would have that in there. And guys, it's pretty good. Alright, for the canning time, now I have found several different methods. Some people don't can it at all. I mean, you know, process it, some water bath and some pressure can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it up. I'm going to water bath, and I've got them in my pint-sized jars. It's already been it's 1 inch headspace. We've already debubbled. That's what that mess is. So we're going to put our lid on our 4 jars. Try to do this one-handed. And then we're going to put it in our water bath canner. We're going to repeat this process with all these jars. Once this comes to a rolling boil, I'm going to start my timer for 40 minutes, and the water should be an inch, at least an inch above the top of the jars. Alright, our first batch is out of the canner. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in it. And I'll take a picture. Oh, they're sealing of them all when they come out. Guys, this is quite the delicious recipe. I hope y'all make it and enjoy.